It's been a while since I've done something about Android in my streams. Actually, it's been a very long while since I've done any Android on one of my streams. And um, I was wondering something about testing for like quite some time now, but I haven't had I didn't really experiment with it. I'm not sure why. I just postponed it. I had the personal website stuff. But anyway, so today is finally the time. I want to figure out if we can have espresso tests in an Android archive library. So it's not going to be an APK file that you're gonna install to the device. I want to have an Android library where we can also have espresso tests built into it, and this library is going to contain maybe an activity, and we are going to launch this activity directly from an espresso test. I'm not sure if it's possible, but so it should be, right, because they all use the same build system and stuff. Why not? Anyway, let's get started with an Android project. Oh wow, this has changed a lot. Okay, well, I'm coming from the old Android Studio days. Right, anyway. There is no library select, like I can't pick a library in here. Okay, I guess I can start with an empty application. We're gonna call this library, like library espresso test, I guess. Yeah, of course we're gonna go with Kotlin. Let's select an ancient version of Android, like let's say Lollipop, I guess. This project is not gonna support instant apps, and I'm guessing you can't really use Android X with Lollipop. I'm not sure. Did that come later? I have no idea. Anyway, let's just get started. All right, it created the project on our desktop. There. Okay, so in here we have an app module. Okay, it's building stuff, but we don't see the output. Okay, there you go. All right, let's wait for this to finish, so we can actually see the app module, and it recognizes this as the test directory. I mean, UI test directory, the unit test directory, and the main source code. But we won't be needing any of these, so I don't want an APK file with my application, right? I just want to have a library, but we haven't been able to create a library in Android Studio. It just, well, it turns out you can only create an application, and then in here, I'm guessing we're going to create a new module, which is going to be a library. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just wait for this to finish. Oh, it's taking so long. What is this doing actually? Like, right. Okay, it finished, and the app is recognized as a module. Cool. I'll let this indexing finish as well, because you should not touch Android Studio when it's doing things. It just dies. Okay, cool. Everything's finished. We're ready to go. App has a cross on it. I think it's just because it has no activity. Yep, that's why. Okay, now we're going to create a new library. We're going to go to new module, Android library. Let's call this Espresso test library. Well, yeah, Espresso tested library. I guess that's a good name. API 22. Yeah, of course, Kotlin. Kotlin is great. Why not? So, okay, we have the app module and Espresso tested library module. I think we can close the project now and then try to get rid of the app module. So to do that, I'm just going to remove this, and let's just see what happens. Let's open all of these files in Sublime Text. I don't want to. Okay, build.gradle. Do we have anything important in here that mentions the app module? Not, yeah, don't think so. Okay, cool. No, I didn't mean to close Sublime actually. Right, cool. What about this one? Oh yeah, let's just change this to always give it more memory. Yeah, official code. Then the new one, local properties. Yeah, that's, I'm not going to modify that. Settings up, yes, we are going to modify this, because if you're working with a multi-module project, then what you need to do is you want to remove the module that you just removed. So you're going to remove this one and save the settings of Gradle file. What else do we need to do? Okay, let's get rid of all the IntelliJ IDEA created files so it can like rebuild the whole thing when we open it again. So this and these two are created by IntelliJ, so let's just remove them. And I think this should be it. Now, if we open this project in Android Studio again, we should get an empty project with just a library. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait until it finishes. Okay, it recognizes it as a library. These three things that you see there are books. I'm not sure if YouTube compression or Twitch. I have no idea how big of a screen are you're watching this from. These are books. Anyway, it recognized. What I'm trying to say is it recognized Espresso tested library as a library. Cool. So if we do Gradle W assemble now, we should, in theory, get an AAR Android Archive library file in our build outputs. Why is this here? All right. If you go to the inside here, build. After that finishes, all right, it's downloading a lot of stuff. I hope that's not affecting the quality of the stream. It shouldn't, right? The download is quite fast, actually. Well, okay, that's done. If you go to outputs, yep, we have an AAR file, which is what we want. 16 kilobytes is bare bones. Right, so we can try adding an activity inside here, right? Right, new activity. Let's just add an empty activity without anything in it. What are we going to call? Yeah, main activity is just fine, I guess. Here, generate the layout file. So this gives us a basic activity, and it adds required stuff into our build.gradle module. Do we need all of these things, really? Yeah, we need the JUnit stuff because I'm going to write unit tests, but what about this? Anyway, let's just leave them. I have no idea what they do, and I'm just trying to do a proof of concept in here anyway, right? Up next, I want to add Espresso support. Espresso Android. Testing UI for a single app. I think that's what I want. I have a single, well, it's not an app. I have a library, but it should be the same thing. Okay. So we should add this to our test implementation in our Gradle file. That's the Gradle file. And let's add this in here, sync it. Oh yeah, okay. Let's use the latest stuff of these things. Why not? Yeah, cool. Sync now. Let me see if it still builds after the sync. It should, right? It should. There's nothing to compile, come on. Okay. Right, cool. What is this? Yeah, I don't care about this. Let's create a new test. So we're gonna call this main activity test, main activity UI test maybe? Cool, and now we're gonna, do we have some example code in here? Yeah, that's how you click on something, but oh yeah, that's what I want. This is an example class that, yeah, that's great. Let's just copy all of these things and we're gonna modify it anyway. It's not change behavior test, it's main activity UI test. That's it. And this is deprecated in Java. All right, maybe there's, okay, let's just remove these and re-import these things. Maybe that will help. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use Android X in Android Lollipop. Probably, why not? Okay, large test. What is large test? I have no idea. Anyway, so wait, this is not found. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Let me see if we can import these things. We're just gonna check for a single thing. We're gonna call this check text main activity. We haven't got a layout yet, we'll take care of it. We are gonna do view assertions. Yeah, that's it. Let's just add something to the layout file. Where is it? I just want a text view, just drag it there, text. This doesn't need to be a constraint layout. This can just be a linear layout. All right, I think we're going super fast. Okay, anyway, I'm just doing it for, I just want to do this to make it a proof of concept. Okay, no, we don't need these, it's a linear layout. Can we change the size of this? Like maybe 50 dp? Yeah, that's okay. Okay, let's just change this to hello world. Cool. This is the main activity that we're going to launch. What is this complaining about? Okay, and this should be in the strings.xml right now. I don't care about that honestly right now. And this is, wait, what was the idea of that view? Text view. So this is going to be text. This is going to be text view. I remember this is coming from another dependency from Gradle. So this is not going to build until I find it. So let's just go to Google and ask dependency. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. Right. Okay. Let's just grab this. Go to our Gradle file. Let's just add it here. If you go back, we should be able to import this. Done. So if I just right click and click run, it has from this directory and probably the well, not really. Okay, I think it's working, right? First try. Good job. Okay, let's just wait. So this test should pass. Oh no, it's not going to pass. It's not Espresso. This has to be changed with Hello World. This is gonna fail. Right, fail. Install the library. Yep, it fails because oh, there's no theme set for the application. It's not because of this. Okay, this is another error that we need to figure out how to fix. There is no defined in the manifest file for the main activity. You have to define a theme for all of the views that you have. So let's just search for the error. We need to define a theme. Not this one. Yes, I think this is it. So we can put this to resources in one of the resources file. String.xml could be. We can probably copy and paste this. No, okay, we can copy and paste this. Come on, paste it. Right, we're gonna call it styles.xml. It's not a string. We're gonna put our style in here. No, not IntelliJ. Right, quick. Okay, cool. App full screen theme. Yeah, we can use that. If we go back to Android manifest and how do you specify a theme again? Yeah, I can pretty much copy that and paste it in here. Okay, that should be fine. It's finding it, right? If you go to the definition, it's there. So if you run this, the test is going to fail because the text in here is not Espresso. I mean, the text in the view is not Espresso. It's Hello World. Espresso doesn't match the selected view. Okay, now if I change this to Hello World, let me check if it's the same as the activity again. Yeah, it's Hello space World. If you go back to the test again and run it, boom. So you can indeed do Espresso tests on a library. It doesn't have to be an APK file or an application or something that could be installed on a phone. Turns out libraries can be installed and run on a phone as well. You can just launch any activity you want. You just specify the activity in there, and then boom, it's done. There might also be a way to like add some before you launch the activity. Yeah, before you launch it, there must be a way to like put intent data in it. But anyway, this just proves that it could be done. And yeah, well, if you have the activity in here, you can pretty much do almost everything. Here, activity rule.activity. Yeah, you can get the activity, and if the activity finishes, you can also get the activity result. Perfect. Okay, well, this is very useful. Okay, I didn't know this was possible. So if you have an application, then you can extract some parts of, like, you can extract the modules of your application. You can modularize your application into smaller pieces and then test those individual pieces individually. Like, you don't have to have a huge, I'd say, a huge, like, Android tests. They don't need to be all under the same module, under the Android app module. So if the libraries themselves contain activities, you can create an Android test directory for them and then move your tests there. This would probably decrease your compilation times because you're not modifying the whole app module by just changing one line in a test. Yeah, yeah. I mean, more people should do this. Cool. Didn't know that. Well, maybe this was something super common, but I'm just discovering it now. Anyway, time to stop the stream. Proof of concept done. I'll probably upload this to YouTube at some point today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. All right, bye.